In this video, I'm gonna talk about the 403 forbidden error. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it really frustrates people. I'm Andrew from WordPress, and for more WordPress content, make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. So you try to access your website and you are confronted with this 403 forbidden error, and this error happens when the server refuses to respond, and we're gonna see how we can solve it in WordPress. So there are three common causes for this error on WordPress. The first one and the most guilty culprit of this error is incorrect file permissions. So file permissions are not correct, and we will look at that. The second reason is broken htaccess file, and we will look at that. It happens a lot that your htaccess file is the cause of the problem. And we finally look at plugins or your theme. It's rarely the case. Security plugins, of course, can be the cause. If you have any security plugin, you should go and look at them first, but it generally can be due to a plugin or theme. So we're first gonna look at file permissions. So I will use my direct admin to access my files and folders and modify the permissions. Your hosting company might use cPanel or any other web interface, and it's always easy to just modify your files. So I have to bring my files. I will use my file manager. You can use a FTP client if you have one, but in this case I'm just going to use my file manager, and we're going to check the file permissions. So every file and every folder has a permission attached to it. So we care, of course, about this public HTML folder and everything that is inside of it. And every file, if I just click on a random file here, has a permission, and the permission for files must be 644 or 640. So it must be either 644 or 640 or 640. In this case, it's correct, and you can check all of your files here one by one and make sure that all of them are using 644 or of course 640. And you can also check your folders. So we have 3 folders here, and you should check all of them, and the permission should be 755 or 744, and the 755 is the recommended value here. So make sure that everyone is 755, and also check this recursive here if it doesn't match, because checking this recursive will change every folder included in this WP content folder. So it will set the permissions to 755 for every folder, and just click on save. And try reloading your website to see if that does solve your problem. So always reload your website whenever you change something, and if that does help, well, good luck. But if that doesn't, you can always go to the second step, which is checking the htaccess file. So back to direct admin, and you can see we have a file called .htaccess. Actually, it doesn't have a name, and the extension is htaccess. If you do not see this file, it's okay. There's nothing to worry. You can just bring your setting and permalinks and click on save changes, and WordPress will create this file for you. But sometimes this file can be broken, and this file is a really important file. You can check the content. You can just copy the content from WordPress, because WordPress gives you this content here, but you don't need to do anything like this. You can just rename it, and by renaming it, WordPress and your server will no longer use this file. So I will just, for example, add a dash here and rename it. Now basically we don't have a .htaccess file because I have renamed this, and I just do this because we don't want to lose it. And now your website does not have htaccess file. You can just reload your website and check to see if that solves your problem. You can also come here and in the permalinks and click again on save changes. This will go and create a new .htaccess file for you. So if I check my panel again, you can see I have a new fresh htaccess file. So if there is any problem with your htaccess file, renaming it and saving your permalinks again will solve your problem. If none of the previous two methods solve your problem, then it's time to check your theme or plugins, and you can just start by turning off your plugins one by one and try to find that plugin that is causing the problem. If you do have any security plugin, then you should first go with them because they usually are the causes, but you can turn off your plugins one by one and check if that solves your problem. And one way to do it quickly is just to bring your WP content folder and your plugins, and you can just change the name of any plugin one by one. So you add, for example, a dash, and WordPress will go and turn off that plugin automatically. And one other thing that you can do is to just rename the whole plugins folder, and it will go and disable all of your plugins. I don't recommend doing that if you have lots of plugins, but you can just play for it and see what does the job for you. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for more content. And like always, you can reach our team from the link in the caption.